Singapore and Sri Lanka. We are indeed honoured by the presence of the Minister of Law and Home Affairs of Singapore, Honourable K. Shanmugam.
Their body harms and all other things for the Special Operations.
I'm happy to join you for this opening ceremony of this Special Task Force Special Ops Command. I would like to thank His Excellency Minister Tiran Ellis for the special invitation he gave to me to attend today's ceremony. In October 2022, as you have heard from the Honorable Minister, he made an official visit to Singapore. During that visit, we had long chats. We discussed many different aspects of approaches to maintaining public order and security, particularly given the events that had happened in Sri Lanka just prior to that. We also, among the topics that we spoke about, the operations of our police specialist units, immigration, intelligence units, and so on. And Minister Tiran was interested in a number of these areas, but he asked to visit the Special Operations Forces. We call it Special Operations Command of the Singapore Police Force, and the commandant of the STF was there as well, together with the IGP. Mr. Tiran, I think, liked what he saw. I mean, you have a long tradition with STF, it's more than 40 years old. So I don't see this as us teaching anything. It's more sharing of experiences. We have had our own unique experiences. You have had your unique experiences. You have had to deal with it in a more civil war context. We have had to deal with issues in a more urban context. So I think there were areas where we both could learn from each other. And so in that context, Minister Tiran decided to incorporate some elements of our Special Operations Forces into the Sri Lankan Special Task Force. The STF, as you saw from the video, as we know, is an elite paramilitary unit under the Sri Lankan Police Force, and it is the most highly trained police organization specializing in high-risk security operations. Our respective police forces and Special Ops Command and STF have been exchanging notes and experiences for the benefit of both our countries. So Minister Tiran decided to establish this command center, which is in some ways modeled after what Singapore does. And he's told me that he's also bringing in some of the tactics and equipment that we use to these special STF that he saw in Singapore. And I think undoubtedly establishing such a command center right in the heart of Colombo will further strengthen the Special Task Force capabilities. And we are happy to have played a very, very small part in this. And I hope that the exchange of views and best practices between our agencies will continue. Singapore and Sri Lanka enjoy excellent cooperation in several areas, including but not limited to areas of security cooperation. One example Mr. Tiran Ellis gave was, of course, immigration. In May of this year, a Singapore delegation from my immigration authorities visited here to exchange views between the two countries on learning from each other on immigration and border security processes. And there will be a report. It will contain recommendations. And I think these exchanges are excellent. We do this with other countries too. There's no secret in any of these things, and we hope to learn from you. And likewise, in the Sri Lankan experience and Singapore experience, very different because we are a much smaller place and completely urban. Your challenges are extremely different, and I would dare say much more difficult. So, we share and we learn from you because you have done much more than what we have done. So in closing, my heartiest congratulations to the Ministry of Public Security to the STF, Minister Tiran, on the successful opening of this command center, and I look forward to even better cooperation between our two countries. Thank you very much.
It gives me great pleasure to have the Minister here with us. The Minister has in many ways been helping us, especially in his own realm, the public security. Singapore has placed top priority on ensuring law and order and public security. And that is what we have to do here in Sri Lanka. No society can, no government can function if it is unable to maintain law and order. So thank you again for the help you have given us.